Joe with Starkville's House of L.
Brian Peterson.
Thank you so much for coming out to the line last night. I mean, were you just walking by, or how did that work out?
I kind of wanted to see, because I had heard that there were people out there, and it blows my mind that our fans are that dedicated to the show. So we were just coming back from the Entertainment Weekly party, and I wanted to stop and see everybody.
Oh, it was fantastic. So we got the big 200 this season. What can we expect? Can you tell us anything about 200?
I can say we're going to see some of the past, present, and future. Okay. So that's going to be really exciting. We're going to, I think it's going to have a little of everything. A little nostalgia, a little romance, maybe a lot of romance, some fun, and then a couple epic moments. There's one epic moment that I think people won't forget. So.
Okay. Oh, we're looking forward to that. There's always those big episodes. So outside of John and Laura coming back, can you say if anybody else is coming back?
Yes, we have James Marsters coming back as Brainiac, a little twist on Brainiac. And we have plans for a lot of people, but they're not locked in because we're so early in the season.
Any new DC comic characters?
Yeah, we have Deadshot, Rick Flag. We're bringing back Plastique as kind of the Suicide Squad that we hinted at last year. So that's going to be fun.
Very nice. And we saw Clark fly, didn't we?
You saw what you saw. I can't say anything more. I wish I could. I don't want to be coy, but I also really don't want to give anything away.
No, I like it. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, how is this test different from prior tests?
This season test?
This season test, yeah.
Well, okay, so Tess just gets her butt kicked a lot, and I think it's finally starting to show a little bit. Not physically in bruises, but in kind of maybe her ego bruised a little bit. She always thought that she could be the savior, that she could be the one. And now I think she realizes that she can't be. So she's going to start looking to other people to help her out a little bit. A little softer, maybe.
Are you, how are you dealing with this being the final season?
I was just telling them, and I was just telling Kelly and Brian in the room after the panel, I'm emotional. I've only been here for 2 years, and I'm emotional. But it's a really exciting season because it's kind of like a movie. It's very unlike television because when you know the beginning, middle, and end, you can kind of shape these 22 episodes. A lot of television, like Tom was saying on the panel, it's a gypsy lifestyle. You don't know if you're going to come back the next year, so it's really, you kind of just in this world of waiting. But we know now, so it's kind of balls to the wall. You're going to leave everything on the court.
Have you, are you considering doing any directing, any writing, maybe? No?
I consider, absolutely. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it with this show, you know. That's, I think that'd be asking a bit much. And I think I'm not really prepared for it yet. I'm still getting the swing of things, but absolutely I'd love to direct one day.
So you got your butt kicked quite a lot last year?
Yeah.
Or actually doing a lot of fights. How's this year going to be? Do you know yet? Lots of fights?
No, well, you saw in the teaser, I actually wake up, also hurting. I think it's just, I'm gonna get my butt kicked a lot.
Oh no, oh no.
They're gonna use me for all the fighting. I mean, it's okay, right? My mother hates it. My mother's like, can you maybe stop dying? Can you stop getting burnt? Can you stop, getting pushed around by all these guys?
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
We look forward to a wonderful season. Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good, good.
This is perfect.
So good to have you back.
Well, it's so good to be here.
Good.
Yes, it is.
So the first episode's called Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Does that have anything to do with your return?
Maybe.
Okay, that's all. I think
it has to do with lots of returns. Okay. Returning to old thoughts, returning to old issues. Some people coming back from the grave. They're tricky, these Smallville writers.
I understand.
There's not a standard answer for any question regarding Smallville.
Well, when you're coming back, do you know how many episodes you're actually coming back for?
I do not know. I know the least will be 3. The other end of it, I'm not sure. Not sure how many. I'm going to have to wait to see if my Spike show is picked up. So availability will be an issue, I hope.
Okay. In the past, we've seen you play the role of, obviously, Clark's father and very guiding with his character. Are you coming back in that same capacity where you'll be very overseeing Clark? I mean, are you coming back in the flesh? Let's put it that way. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I don't know if I'm coming back in the flesh. Right? I've already done it, and I'm not sure whether I'm alive or if I'm an accumulative memory. But I will say that the words that I have to say are even more encouraging and more guiding than ever before, because Clark's at a crossroads. You know, now is the time for him to become or not what he's been put here for. You know, destiny is finally knocking. It's all been training prior to this. So I know you're ready. It's not going to be easy, but I know you can do it. So go do it.
Right.
And that's what it's about. It's to bolster him up. And it's wonderful because it's what makes him Superman. Not just Clark Kent with powers, but it's what makes him. What makes Clark Kent Superman is not his belief in himself, but his parents' belief in him, I think.
No, they do, and that's what's so great about the show.
Yeah.
Real quick before you go, do you have any plans on directing at all?
Oh yeah. Hopefully I'll go up and direct Leverage, talking about that. The Back Nine, the show I hopefully will be doing for Spike, direct, but I'm sure they have all the Smallville directors already set for this year. But I'd go in a heartbeat. I'd love to.
Well, it's great to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
How is Lois different in season 10 compared to 4 through 9? I mean, we know that she knows Clark's secret now, so that's probably going to play a big factor, but...
Well, you know what? They haven't actually told me everything that's going on, but being that it is season 10 and it's the final year, I think you'll just see her, Lois, amped up. You know, she's finding herself, she's finding her groove and who she is and what she loves to do, and hopefully she'll go and investigate more and she's going to go undercover more, and it's all about kind of putting all the puzzle pieces together to support the main storyline, which is the Superman mythology and him becoming Superman.
All right, so we know John's coming back. We know Laura's coming back. Is there anybody else, not that I want you to say who's coming back, that you'd like to work with again from prior seasons?
I would love to work with Michael again as Perry White, and I'd love to see Rosie again, so who knows if he'll come back. The doors are open for him, and I would be the last person to know.
So you got Big 200 coming up.
We do.
Can you say anything about it?
200th episode. I am extremely excited about it. Actually, Brian and I are writing it right now, and it has a little something in there for everybody. It's going to give everyone sort of a nod to the past and pays homage to the 199 episodes before it, and then it gives a little lead off for the future.
Good. Can you say how many episodes you expect Allison to be back for?
Don't really know. We're gonna have her. She's in several episodes this season, and as much as her schedule permits, I know she's dying to come back. She really wants to do this for the fans and close Chloe out, you know, in the way that everybody wants her, you know, or expects her to. And we just love her. So as many times as she can make it happen in the schedule.
So now with Allison not being back as much, how is that going to affect Ali and Chloe's relationship in the show, the dynamic?
The Chloe fans, I think, are going to be happy this year.
Okay.
So we're huge Oliver Chloe fans as well. We think they are just so fascinating. I love watching them on screen. There's just a chemistry, and there's just sort of a depth and a familiarity and sort of almost like a sadness they just kind of understand each other in a way other people don't. And so we're huge fans of it. So that'll be forefront when in Chloe's episodes.
Good. I know this might be kind of obvious, but was the green jacket on Chloe last season, was that on purpose?
That's brilliant that you picked up on that. You know what? Our wardrobe people are unbelievable. Mel is the head of our wardrobe, and they are always thinking about little hints to give away. Yeah, that was good.
I thought it was. I was hoping that's what it was, so I'm glad it wasn't wrong. But thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely, thank you.
How you doing? Tom, this is Joe, Starkville's House of L.
Starkville, right
Yes.
on. I thought that was almost at Smallville for a second.
No, Starkville House of L.
All right.
So the big question in everybody's mind is, how many episodes are going to be in this season? No, I'm just kidding.
25.
25.
No.
25? Oh, it's like, we got a confirmation on how many episodes there are. Wonderful.
22, yeah.
Tone this year.
Yeah.
Tone's a big thing. Last year was a little darker as far as the way everything was shot. How was the tone this year?
I think it's still going to be on the dark side, but more maybe an edgy side with the idea of a light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
As opposed to last year, which was like, there's no way out. This year it's going to be like, all right, we just don't know how to get there.
We know you said you're going to be directing.
Yeah.
Do you know how many episodes you're going to be directing?
2.
2. Awesome. You worked with Greg Beeman in the finale last season. I'm sure that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Is he coming back at all this season?
I hope so. I'm not sure. You know, it was great for us as a cast and a crew to work with Greg because he was responsible for the look and the tone of the show being the success it was. When he came onto the show, that's when it really took off, so to speak. I know it's hard for me to use those terms, but
Many factors.
but so for him to come back, it was kind of like a reunion.
Yeah.
And he's a genius and he's a fantastic director. You know, so and a bit of an idol for me when it comes to directing and even performance and performance notes to actors. So it was cool. It was like being able to play basketball with LeBron James or something. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So this is definitely, it's season 10's it.
from what they've told me, yeah.
Okay. Well, it was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.